Hey friends, so I'm finally jumping on the bandwagon today and checking out the new Ampknob plugin from Bogren Digital. Amazing metal producer. He's worked with bands like Amon Amarth, Opeth, Between the Buried and Me, Arch Enemy, the new Sepultura stuff, all done by him. So one thing that Jens is really known for is amazing guitar tones. So this is a plug-in version of a Mesa Rectifier Revision C, which is a very, very rare amp. There's not many people that have one of these. And most people will attest that the older rectifiers seem to sound better than the newer ones. So very interested to see what this sounds like. Been a rectifier fan for a very long time. Back in the early days of our band, both myself and our other guitarist Cribby were using rectifiers. And yeah, I really don't know why I like them so much. They're a fairly flubby sounding amp. They can be notoriously difficult to dial in, but when you do get the tone right with them, they sound amazing. And if you're looking for a really good example of rectifier tones, go back and listen to Dead Heart in a Dead World by Nevermore. And they're some of the best recorded guitar tones of all time, in my opinion. So I actually haven't even played this yet. I've heard some demos and they all sound pretty good, but very keen to see what it sounds like. So we were talking before about how notoriously difficult rectifiers can be to get dialed in and sounding right, but this plugin here is idiot proof. Like, I mean, look at this. You've got one knob. That's it. And everything else is covered. It's already got a cab sim built into it. It's already got some processing done to it. So this should sound pretty mix ready. So I'm just going to crank the gain up to the suggested setting here and we'll see what it sounds like. Yeah, so recto sound right there, one knob. How easy is that? Let's pull back the gain and see what it can do, cleaned up a little bit. So it doesn't clean right up, just got a bit of break up there still, but I'm guessing if you're looking for a rectifier tone, you're not really looking for a crystal clean sound, but yeah, so there is a little bit of versatility there. We'll go like sort of quarter way. Let's see what we can get in terms of like a crunch tone. So yeah, we got some old school crunch there. Now let's max this out and see what this sounds like. So that's probably a touch on the oversaturated side, but it still sounds good. It's not like completely farty. So there's a fair few amp sims out there that do aim to model the dual rectifier. I don't believe a lot of them have done it particularly well. They seem to be really hard amp to sort of get right in the digital domain. So let's have a look at another dual rec amp sim and see if we can compare the tones a little bit on these. So we've got the Mesa dual rectifier amp sim here from Amplitube. This is based off a different model of rectifier to begin with. And as I said before, the Bogren plugin, you don't have the ability to turn the cab sim off on it, so it's going to be very hard to sort of compare them on a level playing field, like using the same sim. But let's do a little bit of a comparison back to back of the Amplitube Mesa plugin and the Bogren Digital plugin. Alright, so you can see here I've got exactly the same riff, just recorded onto two different tracks here. So for the yellow track here, we've got the Amplitude Mesa plugin, and for the orange track here, we're using the Bogren Digital. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up an EQ and show you how I've tried to get the curve of the Amplitube plugin to sound similar to the Bogren. I have tried with the Amplitube plugin to keep it a little bit closer by using some of Jens's impulse responses here for this. And as you can hear, even with the processing applied, there are still a lot of differences between the two. The Amplitude plugin definitely sounds a lot harsher than the Bogren. The Bogren's a little bit meatier sounding, and in my opinion actually probably sounds a little bit closer to what a real rectifier does sound like. But the other claim to fame with that plugin is also that it should give you a mix ready tone really easily. So let's drop it in a mix now and have a listen. Alright, so that's the Bogren Digital Ampknob plugin. Very cool plugin. It's available now. You can also get a free trial. I think it's a 10-day trial from their website. So jump on it, have a bit of play around with it, see what you think. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'll see you on the next one.